Hello, everyone. Ross Strauser along with Reed Trontel, and this is Focus on the Flathead here on News Talk 880 KJJR. Reed, welcome again, and great sponsors.
Yes.
Let's talk about them.
Glacier Grins, Pediatric Dentistry, Three Rivers Bank of Montana. You can find us at bpodcast.com, B Broadcasting YouTube, and KJJR.com.
Yeah, we've got a great guest in the studio. This is part 2 of our interview with Huntley Ritter, originally from Atlanta, Georgia. Huntley, thanks for being back with us and spending some time with us. It's been a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
So we heard about your commercial career. We've heard about some of how you got into the movies.
Yep.
But we want to learn a little more about things like USeek and your agency, your marketing and communications agency, and maybe we could start with that.
Yeah. So as I mentioned, I got into the entertainment business as an actor, and then I quickly had my sights on starting a company, which got into a production company in the film space and worked on the creative side, and then went into physical production, and then that led into advertising, et cetera. And so our company for several years ran the brand entertainment division for the entertainment group of the Virgin Group, Virgin produced. And through that, and being in interactive technologies prior, we started USeek, which is a separate company, but Stafford and USeek, Stafford's a marketing communications agency. We represent different brands and companies. We help them take them all the way from, startups all the way into the market, et cetera. And then some are large ones, like we launched the big campaign for Didi Chuck Sing last year in Beijing, which they're pretty much the largest rideshare company by volume in the world. They bought Uber out of China.
Wow.
So we're based here, believe it or not. I have a little office up in Whitefish. We have team members here, and then we have people we work with all over the place. But some as you know, there's some cool things going on in Montana.
Yeah, definitely. Can you tell us about a few of the projects?
Yeah, so we have various companies on the Marcom side and agency side that we work with. From merchant processing company to actually we're launching a cosmetic company. We have one of the largest clean tech biofuels companies in the world. We represent Didi Chuck Sing, I mentioned. So we kind of figure out strategies to understand how to solve problems, right, and how to create a strategy and then execute that strategy that's going to ride to their sales. And hopefully help them, drive more sales and gain market share. USeek, we run it from the same space, is interactive video technology. So, video is what everybody needs in their business, but it's very hard because in the landscape today, you put it on Facebook, you pay Facebook, and if it's 3 seconds with no sound, they charge you. So it's kind of a daunting deal, if you're a business or a brand and you're trying to figure out how do I create assets and get real value rather than just making Google rich and Facebook rich and Twitter rich. So we infiltrate that environment and we create strategies to help make it valuable. And then some of them, we focus mostly in digital. So it can be anything from as simple as, email campaigns, which sometimes help like a smaller market here, to geo-targeting, geo-fencing, with mobile ads. We're about to do a campaign and we're launching, we're going to be rolling it out, hopefully in the Florida market if everything goes through here. And then it's something that could extrapolate and through other markets in the U.S.
Do I have this correct, Reed? We're going to do something with
yes.
the company too. What are we going to be doing?
It's all kinds of marketing stuff, Ross.
All right.
It's a secret.
You're not going to tell us today?
No.
But we are going to do something. We're going to get together with you and see what we can come up with. But you're located in Whitefish, Montana.
Yeah.
You picked Whitefish.
Yeah.
Why'd you pick Whitefish?
Well, if anyone heard the previous podcast of how I came to Montana, and I actually bought a cabin in the Yak for my hunting and fishing habit that I've got.
I thought that was a company headquarters.
Yeah, the Yak, man, it's going on. And so, the proximity, honestly, was I was, when I got married, my wife, this was, we actually we're in Bozeman first, but my wife's from Calgary, so this is close to her family, and then, I thought it was kind of close to the cabin, which kind of is not a super smart idea, but
he's off the market, ladies.
But we just love the area. We fell in love with it. So we lived in Lower Valley for a little bit. Now we live north of Whitefish. Yeah.
Okay. So do you have a staff here in the area as well? Can you talk about your staff a little bit?
I think everybody knows. What I've been impressed with is there's so many smart people here, and I think the struggle that I'd always heard, because most of our people we would keep in all over the place, and I would kind of just manage it from here and then travel. But there are not a lot of jobs here, or career-based jobs. And so now I've got 2 little kids, and you start to think about what happens when they grow up. What are the opportunities? And I think there's so many smart, qualified people here. Maybe they don't have the exact training, but I think if you're talented and you have ambition and stuff, then you can kind of figure out anything. So that's what we look for. We've got several people here that we've trained and kind of teaching the industry a little bit, but they have I think skill sets that transfer.
That's very cool. Coming up in our next segment, I want to talk about the future and how you see the future of your companies. And are you back? Are you still acting these days?
No, I haven't done that in a long time. I mean, I did hunting shows too for a while, which was a duality of worlds. But no, I'm just focused running the businesses.
All right, so we'll talk more about that coming up in just a few minutes. Again, this is News Talk 880 KJJR, and this show is sponsored by some great people: Three Rivers Bank of Montana, Glacier Grins Pediatric Dentistry, and we're going to be back on the show. This is Focus on the Flathead on News Talk 880 KJJR. We'll be right back.
If our lives are getting so much better, why is banking fallen so far behind with monthly fees and bad service?
Welcome to Megabank. Please hold.
Welcome to Kasasa. Free checking with monthly rewards, refunds on ATM fees, and your choice of cash, music, and extra money to save. Upgrade to a free Kasasa account today, exclusively at select community banking providers. Do you Kasasa?
Ask for Kasasa at Three Rivers Bank of Montana. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Hey, this is Dr. Chad with Glacier Grins Pediatric Dentistry, where a kid's smile grows big. As a father of 3 kids who grew up in the Flathead, I understand how each child can be different. We created a fun and relaxed atmosphere here at Glacier Grins and work hard to make sure each child has a positive experience. We are accepting new patients and have immediate openings available. We are located in Hunt Ranch Plaza between Walmart and Sportsman. Book your appointment online at glaciergrins.com or call 890-6055. We look forward to meeting you and becoming your dental home.
Back again on News Talk 880 KJJR with Focus on the Flathead. Strauser and Reed Trontel. Our special guest is Huntley Ritter. And this is part 2 of our interview, Reed.
Yes.
And you have a question for Huntley to kick things off?
I do. Yeah, I have a question about the Virgin America safety video. I know you guys won a lot of awards for that. Just that seems like it's such a hard thing, and the way you guys just crushed that. Can you just explain how that all happened?
Yeah, so I mean, once again, our relationship was, Stafford. Yeah, we had a contract to run all the brand entertainment for Virgin Produce, which is an entertainment arm. And so there's some team members, on the Virgin Produce team, and we work well together. There's one creative exec over there in particular that he and I have done a lot of campaigns together. And so what happened was Virgin America came in, as we would often do, and have a kickoff meeting for the year, and they'd tell us kind of their problems, business strategies, struggles, or whatever, and how marketing was going to play into that. One was they need a new safety video, airline safety video when you get on the plane, and they also needed a marketing campaign, but they didn't have the budget to do both. So how could we figure out to make something cool that could be used? And I'm sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, safety, airline safety is the worst subject matter. It's like, why don't you give me a Preparation H, campaign? So we started thinking about what could we, the problem solution strategy. What is the problem? How do we create a solution? And we looked at what could differentiate Virgin from, say, Delta Airlines and other airlines. Well, Virgin's roots of, being in music, we thought, why don't we create a music video type piece that we could also, they really didn't have a media budget at all. So to get earned media, we knew we had to figure out a way to create some sort of social trending and social buy-in. Well, we knew to do that, we needed a lot of people. So that fell into that category as well. So we pitched them this concept. I think they thought we were a little crazy at first, and then we started saying, look, there's a lot of shows like So You Think You Can Dance and other places where we can incorporate and cast people that have big social followings. They're not, and they're not movie stars, but they're super talented. And we could get a lot of trend in social media, which would learn to earn media. So we ended up doing this. We brought in a movie director, John Chu, who's got, he's a big movie director. He did G.I. Joe Retaliation, et cetera. Super talented guy. And we had met with all these other directors, and they kind of would pitch their concept. It would be way off of what we were looking to do. His was he was pitching exactly what he hadn't seen our notes, what we wrote. We really clicked with him, and we ended up producing this thing, and it turned out to be a big hit. It generated over 12 million views on YouTube and over 175 million media impressions, and was just a huge deal. Covered on every every news outlet. We won TED Talks awards and stuff. So it's the same kind of formula whether you're a small business or you're a bigger business and brand like Virgin. Is how do you look at what the problem is and create a practical solution that's going to actually, attack what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
Because I'm not big on where I was always known for, especially in that organization, is I don't like doing things just to do something to say, oh, let's just do something cool and hope it works, right? And so it's, trying to figure out how to get a little more tactical.
Well, you've done a lot in your. By the way, how old are you? Do you mind telling us how old you are?
75.
You've been in a cryogenic chamber. No, seriously, you're not going to tell us.
41.
Are you really?
Yeah.
You don't look a day over 28.
Yeah. Well, sleeping in these coffins at night helps.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, you've done a lot in your life, and from the acting to the commercial side of things. But your agencies, Stafford Agency and USeek, the video interactive software development, where do you see those going in the future? Where is that all headed?
Yeah, I think on the technology side with USeek, which is, it's a marketing technology really when you back up from it. And the future for all this stuff is interactivity. You have to figure out, whether you're a small business or you're a big brand, how do you get people to lean forward and opt in and interact with you willingly, right? And how do you know you're getting the value for that? And so it's always about just trying to create those solutions. And so that's what we focus on, because the bifurcation, if you look at just like television, right? We used to have a few channels, and then we went to, these big satellite dishes in everyone's, yards, or a few people's yards, and then cable to now digital and over-the-top networks. It's really, really hard to compete. And then your products sold to you as a business or as a brand that are challenging. They're great for the publishers, like I said, Facebook and the Googles of the world. Good for them. But if you're a small business or you're a brand, it doesn't matter. You're struggling with the same stuff. So we look at trying to create solutions and help businesses and brands actually achieve real results, reach their customers, get their message, but more importantly, spend that money well that's going to lead to brand affinity and sales.
Yeah. Well, we want to know how to get a hold of you. You never know who's going to listen to a podcast or a broadcast or anything like that. How would someone
they get a hold
of you and, start a relationship?
It's a good question. You can go to our website. We actually have our website down right now. It's invitation only. So we've always been we don't solicit a lot of business. We've always been a referral type business, and I've by choice of trying to keep the company as a boutique agency, to do that. But we are looking, that's why we're talking about a partnership with B Broadcasting, because we both live here. We have families here. We care about the future of the Valley. We care about jobs and careers. I would like to see, to bring well-paying jobs to Montana and have that, I think we have to really focus on jobs where we can service clients nationally and internationally, right? And do that. So that's why we have the technology pieces we're working on and doing those things and really trying hard to keep that here. So, you go to the website, there's a little button you can click there and send it to us. But we are looking to take our services and what we've learned over the years working with international brands and figure out how to, boil those down to more, simple solutions that are cost effective for our local community.
Well, you've been listening to Huntley Ritter, our Part 2 interview here on News Talk 880 KJJR. Huntley, thanks so much for being. We've learned so much about you in our last couple shows, and congratulations on all your success. This is incredible.
Well, thanks for having us, guys.
All right. This is Focus on the Flathead, brought to you by Three Rivers Bank of Montana and Glacier Grins Pediatric Dentistry. Reed, one more time.
Yes.
So how do we find these things?
bpodcast.com, bbroadcasting, YouTube, kjjr.com. We're everywhere, even iTunes.
And ours is STFRD.com. Or useek.com.
Thank you very much. This is Focus on the Flathead right here on KJJR.